Jai, all of you.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Let's start the class.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra. So who is going to recite the Mangala Charan for the class today? Yes, Yashvi.
We don't know the Mangala Charan.
I think you have raised your hand, so I asked you to. Okay, who knows this? Mangalam Bhagwan Viro. Who knows this Mangala Charan? Yes, Yashvi. Yashvi. Do you know? Are you raising your hand?
Just
I'm in mute.
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay, so please recite it for the class.
Mangalam Bhagavan Viro. Mangalam Bhagavan Viro. Mangalam.
Sorry, I don't understand.
keep saying it.
Okay, this is weird.
I'll say it. Mangalama Bhagwan Viro. Mangalama Bhagwan.
Mangalam Kunda Kunda Jain
Mangalam
Dharmustu Mangalam. Sarva Mangala Mangalyam Sarva Kalyani Karikam
Mangalama Bhagwan.
Bhanam Sarva Dharmanam Jainam Jayatu Shasanam. Okay, class. So, in the starting of the class only, I'll give you this homework that all of you have to learn this. Mangalam Bhagwan Viro. Okay, I am going to help you in the correct pronunciation. How should we pronounce it? How to recite it? So, I am going to speak it and you have to speak after me. All of you. Say it. Mangalam Bhagwan Viro. Yes, unmute yourself. All of you unmute yourself.
Mangalam
Bhagavan.
Mangalam
Mangalam Gotrimogani.
Mangalam Gotamogari.
Mangalam Kunda Kundaryo.
Mangalam Kunda Kundatyo.
Jain Dharmostu Mangalam.
Mangalam.
Sarva Mangale Mangalyam. Sarva Kalyani Karikam. Pradhanam Sarva Dharmanam. Jainam Jayatu Shasanam. Yes. Let's see the meaning also of this Mangala Charan. Mangalam Bhagwan Viro means we are remembering Bhagwan Mahavir and saying that he is auspicious for us as he has shown us the path of liberation. He is the last Tirthankar and right now we are in the Shasan of Bhagwan Mahavir. Shasan means for now we have the preachings of Jainism we have got was from Bhagwan Mahavir. In fact, all the Tirthankaras have given the preachings of Jainism, but from whom we have got that? So we have got it from Bhagwan Mahavir. So it is the Shasan of Bhagwan Mahavir right now at the present time. So we are remembering him and saying that he is auspicious. Mangalam Bhagwan Viro, Mangalam Gautamo Gani. Who was Gautam Gardhar? Who knows? Who is Gautam Gardhar? Yes, Rajul?
He was the first disciple of Mahavir Bhagwan.
Yes, he was the first disciple or the chief disciple, we can say, of Bhagwan Mahavir. So, because we are remembering Bhagwan Mahavir, we are remembering his chief disciple also, who was Gautam Gardhar. Mangalam Gautamogadi. Mangalam Kunda Kundaryo. Now, who is Kunda Acharya? Yes. Who knows? Who is Kunda Acharya? Raise your hands. Yes, Krish?
He was the one who wrote Samaysar, Niyamsar, Pravchan, Panchastikai, and Ashtapahur.
Very good. He is one of the prominent acharya of Jain religion who has written the very important granthas for us, Shastra for us, because of which we come to know many things about Jainism. He wrote 5 Parmagam, 5 Shastra, 5 scriptures, as Krish has named them: Samaysar, Pravchansar, Niyamsar, Ashtapahod, and Panchastikai. So these were the 5 Shastra which are also known as Parmagam. These are written by Acharya Kund, and because of his prominent work, he is also being remembered in this Mangalacharan. Then Mangalam Bhagwan Viro, Mangalam Gautamukani, Mangalam Kundaryo, Jain Dharmostu Mangalam. Our Jain Dharma is also auspicious. Our Jain Dharma is also a thing to remember, to recall, to pay homage for. So we are also remembering the Jain Dharma. Jain Dharmostu Mangalam. Sarva Mangal Mangalyam, Sarva Kalyan Karikam. This, all these persons and the dharma, they already have done good to themselves, and now they have also shown us the path because of which we can also do the welfare of ourselves. So that is why we are remembering them, and that is why they are auspicious for us. They are like we should worship them. They are of that category. Jain Dharmo Sarva Mangal Mangalyam Sarva Kalyan Karikam Pradhanam Sarva Dharmanam. This Jain Dharma is that dharma which is the chief religion of all the religion. Pradhanam means the chief, the uppermost, the first religion. Pradhanam Sarva Dharmanam Jainam Jayatu Shasanam, and that is why I am going to do the Jay of this dharma, and all of them who belongs to this dharma, who have given the right path, who are Vitragi and who are Sarvakya. So by reciting this Mangalacharan, we assume or we feel that everything is going to be auspicious with us. Okay. Let's start with the class today. Let me ask you some questions from the last class, and then we'll continue with the next chapter. Okay, tell me one thing. Who comes in Guru? The true monk. Who comes in true monk? Okay, raise your hands. Yes, Asta.
Acharya Parmeshri, Upadhyaya Parmeshri, and Sadhu Parmeshri.
Yes, Acharya, Upadhyay, and Sadhu. Now, who is going to tell me what is the difference between Acharya, Upadhyay, and Sadhu? All are monks, but what is the difference between them? Yes, Mahi.
Acharyas are like the leader of the group of monks. Upadhyay are the teachers, and then sadhu are the rest of the monks.
Yes, we can say this, that Acharyas are like the principal of the Muni group, the federation, and the work of Acharya. Okay, tell me, what is the work of Acharya? Krish, tell me.
The Acharya basically gives Diksha out. He's basically the one who gives also the punishments to the people who did the wrong, and he also keeps the Moni song together, kind of.
Yes. So he has the responsibility of all the Muni Sangha, where they have to go, where they have to stay in Chaturmas for the 4 months. Who is going to do the upvas today, who is going to do the ekasan today. All these things are decided by the acharya. He is the main one who gives the diksha to the person who wants to become monk. Okay, what is the work of upadhyay parmeshti? So he used to give the teachings to the other monks. And why does he do that? Because he has more knowledge than the other monks. And how much knowledge does he have? So 11 ang and 14 purva. These are the whole Jinwani is divided into 12 parts. Dwadashang we call it. What we call it? Dwadashang. Dwadash means 12 and ang means parts. So this Jinwani has 12 parts, and that is why it is called as Dwadashang Jinwani. And the acharya are the one who knows 11 ang and 14 purva. What is this 11 ang and 14 purva? So out of 12 parts, they know all the 11 parts of Jinwani, and the last 12th part, they knows only the 14 section or 14 chapters. You can say the 14 parts of the 12th part of Jinwani. So because of his more knowledge, he is the one who is appointed as a teacher in the Muni Federation, and the monks, the guru, the saints are the one who are common sadhu, who are the general. All the other than acharya and upadhyay, they all comes in the monks. Now, how many attributes does acharya parmeshti have? Nishtha, do you know? Yes, Nishtha. How many attributes does they have, the acharya parmeshti? Unmute your mic.
25.
No. Acharya parmeshti. Yes, Yasha?
26.
Yeah, 36.
Yes, 36. Correct, Nishtha and Yasha. So they have 36 mool gun or attributes. And how many attributes does upadhyay parmeshti have? Yes, tell me. Rijul, do you know?
No.
No, okay.
I'm just
So,
writing it down so I remember.
okay, as I've told you, Upadhyay Parmeshti are the one who knows 11 ang and 14 purva. So when we add 11 and 14, we get 25, the number 25, and this is the mool gun of Upadhyay Parmeshti. Okay, and Sadhu Parmeshti? Yes, Krish, tell me.
I just had one question.
Yes, okay.
So you said the upadhyay know 11 ang and 14 purva. So why can't they basically learn all 12 ang of the Jinwani?
Because we have 14 chapters, and some students can learn only 2 chapters, some students can learn only 3, and some can learn the whole, but there are some who cannot learn the whole. They only knows the 13 chapters. So this is all because of the their capability of their knowledge, that they can only know this much only, the 11 ang and the 14 purva. That is why they know that, and not the whole Jinwani. Okay.
Okay,
So, the question was, how many mool gun does Sadhu Parmeshti have? Mahi?
28.
28. Okay. So, Acharya has 36, Upadhyay has 25, and Sadhu Parmeshti has 28 attributes or mool gun. Arhant have 4, and the Siddha have 8 mool gun. Now, We are done with this chapter. We have to move to the new chapter. Let's start with that. Okay, tell me, who are you? If I'll ask you, who are you? What will be the answer? Swasti.
Jeev.
Correct. We are Jeev. And other than the Jeev, what we see in this world? Yes. Swasti.
Pudgal.
Yes. The thing, or okay, so we can see the Pudgal, but other than the Jeev, what does exist in this world? Krish.
A Jeev exists other than Jeev.
Yes, a Jeev. So this whole world is consist of two things, that is Jeev and Ajeev. Now, who is Jeev? Yes, Yasha. Who is Jeev?
Jeev is anything and anyone that has the power to know.
The power to know. Yes. Okay. Our Google knows or not? More than us. Like if we don't know anything, where do we go? To the Google. Everybody say Google it. We don't know anything, we want to know it. What do we say? Google it. So the Google knows more than us or not? Yes or no, Mahi? Tell me.
In that sense, yes, it has more knowledge, but it doesn't. It's not a jeev. It's Pudgal
It's Pudgal.
because
But if you say that the one who knows is the Jeev, then Google knows everything. The internet knows everything more than
Google
us.
does not know everything.
No, then what does he do? He knows, but okay, not everything, but it knows or not. Google knows or not. Yes, Swasti.
Actual definition of Jeev would be जो जानना देखता है वो जीव होता है.
Yes, the one who knows, who sees, and very important, who feels is the one who is Jeev. Can Google feel? No, it cannot feel. And the knowledge it has is actually, it was feed by the by the Jeev only. The Jeev have only feed it in the Google. Secondly, it's called an artificial intelligence. Artificial means which is not true. Correct? Which is not
real.
Yes, which is not real, which is fake. The most important thing, like if we'll say that the sun rises from the east and set on the west, and if we feed it in the Google that the sun rises in the west and set in the east, it will show this only. So whatever we will feed it in it, it will show us the same knowledge. It doesn't have the knowledge. If I'll say you that no, you have to say that sun rises from the west. So you will say no, sun does not rises from the west. It rises from the east. But does Google say it? That no, no, no. Whatever we'll feed it, whatever we'll update in it, whatever we will upload it, it will show it that much only. So actually that knowledge is of Jeev only who has feed it in the Google or on those websites. So the one who knows, the one who sees, the one who feels is the Jeev. And what are a Jeev? So the one those all who cannot see, who cannot know, and who cannot feel are the ajeeb. We'll see it with the help of the okay. Wait a second. I'm caught in some difficulty. Let me give. I'm going to show you the PPT. With the help of that, we're going to learn this thing. What is jeev and ajeeb? When we because you have already learned so many things of Jainism, you think that jeev and ajeeb is the basic thing you have already learned. But we are going to learn some more about jeev and ajeeb. Basically, tell me one thing. Is there anything ajeeb in this world? We say that we are jeev, but is there anything which is ajeeb? So no, actually there is, we don't find anything which is ajeeb, but from the point of view of jeev, we call them ajeeb. They have their own name. They have their own names. What comes in ajeeb? How many dravya, how many substances comes in ajeeb?
5.
Yes, Mahi.
5 substances.
5 substances. Name them.
Pudgal, Dharma, Dharm, Akash, and Kal.
Yes, Pudgal, Dharma, Adharm, Akash, and Kal. So, because we are jeev, and that is why from the side of jeev, we call them ajeeb, but their name is not ajeeb. They are either Pudgal, they are either Dharm, Adharm, Akash, or Kal. But when we are talking about the jeev, we call them combinedly, we call all the other 5 substances as ajeeb. Tell me one thing, is there any a jain in this world? We are jain. Is there any a jain in this world? Yes, Nishtha, tell me.
Yes, there are.
There are, actually they are not a jain. They are either Christian, they are either Hindu, they are either Sikh or Muslim or of any other community. But because we are Jain, that is why we call them a Jain. Okay, when we are talking about the Pudgal. So, from the point of view of Pudgal, if we call the other substances, what we call it? We call ourselves a Pudgal. Because it is Pudgal, so we are a Pudgal. A Pudgal means we are not Pudgal. If something is Akash or Kal, so they are a Kal, and because we are not Kal Dravya, so what we call as a Kal. So from the point of view, in the same way, from the point of view of Jiva Dravya, other substances are called as Ajeev, but actually they are not Ajeev. They are either Pudgal, Dharma, Akash or Kal, but for us, Jeev Dravya is prominent to know, because without knowing the Jeev Dravya, we cannot attain the real me. And until and unless we do not achieve the real me, the real soul, we cannot find the happiness which lies in the soul. And without happiness, we have to live in this world only and have to go in the cycle of birth and death. So let's start with the chapter. What is Jeev and Ajeev? I am sharing Oh, what's happening? Okay. So, Jeev and Ajeev. World of Jeev and Ajeev. The whole world is divided into Jeev, that is living, and Ajeev, that is non-living. If we see this world is consists of these two things only. If we have to define the world, what is the world? So the group of all the 6 substances is called as the world. In Hindi we call it Vishwa, and the definition is द्रव्यों के समूह को विश्व कहते हैं. द्रव्य means the substances, समूह means the group, and where there are all the 6 substances, that is only called the world or the Vishwa. So if we have to divide these 6 dravya into 2, we can make them living and non-living, that is Jeev and Ajeev. In Jeev, Jeev dravya comes, and in Ajeev, Pudgal, Dharma, Adharma, Akash and Kal, the rest of the dharma except Jeev dravya comes. So whole world is divided or consists of 2, Jeev and Ajeev. What is Jeev? The one that has knowledge and perception. The one who knows means जो जानता है, and perception means देखता है. The one that has knowledge and perception. In other words, the one that knows and perceives, and the one that experiences pleasure and pain is Jeev. Okay, so if you see something in which you find that they have the knowledge, they can also see, but if they cannot feel, if they cannot experience, if they cannot if they cannot grasp the things, it means they are not Jeev, they are Ajeev only. When we talk about the things which we can see moving and giving us the knowledge, giving us the data or anything like that, but they do not experience the pain, they do not experience the pleasure from their sensory organs or anything they have, that means they are not Jeev, they are Ajeev. Okay, so because we knows, we perceive, and we experience the pleasures and pains, that is why we are Jeev. So what is Ajeev? The one that doesn't have knowledge and perception. In other words, that the one that doesn't experience pleasure and pain is Ajeev. When we hit somebody, they will experience the pain. But when we hit the table, the chair, or anything like that, they do not experience any pain. When we give happiness to the, or give pleasures to the living beings, they become happy. But if we are cleaning our home and washing the clothes and making them beautiful, they do not become happy. So they don't have the quality to experience the pain and the pleasure
That is why they are ajeev or the non-living. Note, with the reference of jeev, all other substances like pudgal, etc. are called ajeev. Like with the reference of jains, all other peoples are called non-jains. We have already discussed about it. Jeev and ajeev can be identified in two ways. If we have to identify the jeev, how can we identify it? With chetana, that is life force. The one who has this life force just a minute. Yes. So, jeev and ajeev, how to identify? We have so many things in this word, and how to identify that which one is jeev and which one is ajeev. So the main thing is with chetana, that is called life force. This chetana, if anybody have this chetana, then it means they are jeev. And if the one who are without chetana or the life force, they are called ajeev. Now, what is the meaning of chetana? Have you heard this word before? Who can tell me what is the meaning of chetana? Anybody knows? Yeah, who can tell me? Okay, let me tell you then. Chetana means Krish. Yes, say.
It's like upyog, gyan, and darshan.
Correct, correct. Very good. So Chetna again consists of two attributes of the jeev, that is Janana and Dekhna. Actually, jeev have the infinite qualities and the infinite attributes. But the main quality of the jeev which makes the jeev live, which makes the jeev living, is called the Chetna. Is called the consciousness of the jeev. And it is of two things, Gyan and Darshan. Now, what is Gyan? To know is Gyan, and to perceive, to see is the Darshan. These two things make the quality Chetna for the living beings, and the one who have, or the substances who have Chetna, the life force because of which we are living, that is called, the one who have Chetna are called Jeev. Manushya, which are human beings, Tiryansh, flora and fauna, Dev, the heavenly beings, and the Narki also, the beings of the hell, they all comes in a Jeev, and these are the four Gati. Nishtha, do you know the names of four Gati?
Yes.
Tell me.
I said Manushya Gati, Tiryansh Gati,
Yes.
Narak,
Okay.
and Dev.
Dev. Okay. So these are the four Gati, and we can say the Jeev are divided, or Jeev lives in the form of these four Gati in this world. So they have the life force. That is why they are called Jeev. What are Ajeev? Who are Ajeev? So who does not have this life force, who does not have this Chetna, they are called as Ajeev. Like we have table, chair, table, chair in front of us, the mobile, the laptop, the car, all these things are ajeev because they don't feel, they do not know, they do not perceive, and they don't have the life force, which means they don't have the chetna. It's happening. Why ajeev with jeev is called jeev at some places? Okay, tell me one thing. If you can see on your screen also, there are elephant and there is a horse. So horse is jeev or ajeev? Yes, Yashvi, can you say?
It's a jeev, but its body is a jeev.
Very good. Just I want to know this only. We say that the body is ajeev, the body of the horse is ajeev, and the horse is jeev.
So,
Yes, but when
So-
but sometimes what happen, we combinedly say the one who are with the body jeev only. We don't say every time that the body is a jeev and the soul is a jeev. I am jeev and my soul, my body is the ajeev. No, we commonly what we say, I am jeev. Who is jeev? The one we can see right now is the jeev. So why does this happen? That this ajeev body is also with the, you know, because it is with the it is live with the soul. They both lives together, and because of this togetherness, we call this body also as jeev. So why does it happen? See, to explain non-violent conduct. If I'll show you the ant, and I will ask you if it is jeev or ajeev, what you will say? The body is a jeev and the soul is the jeev. So body is ajeev, right? Body is non-living. The body of the ant is non-living. So can I crush that ant? Can I kill that ant? Why? The soul is living and it never dies. Soul can die or not? No. And what is dying actually? So dying means to change the body. Right now we are in this body, and when we will die, we will get the new body. That's it. And this body does not have any sense. It does not have any knowledge or perception or feelings. So when I will crush that ant, what is the harm? Yes, Swasti.
It doesn't really matter if you crush the body of an ant, but the actions, what you felt inside and the actions you did towards another living being would be called hinsa.
Yes, very good. If this will be taught to everyone that the body is different and the soul is different, then how we are going to teach what is non-violence? Because non-violence means what? We cannot harm anybody. We should not harm anybody. And if I'll say somebody that you should not harm the insects and the animals and anybody, so he will say, why? I am not harming anybody, I am just harming the body. And body does not have any knowledge, it does not have any feelings, it is not it cannot feel the pain or the pleasure, so let me do it. So because we want to teach the non-violence, yes, we cannot harm anybody, but we have the intention to harm somebody, and that intention is wrong. We want to correct that intention of violence. That is why with the body, the being with the body is also called, combinedly it is called the jeev only. With the body also, the body is also called as the jeev at some places. So to explain non-violent conduct, If embodied jeev is considered as a jeev, then like crushing the ash, crushing the body won't be called violent. We are crushing the ash. There is no harm. Why? Because ash is what? Ash is non-living. In the same way, this body is also not living. So like crushing the ash and crushing the body of the ant equal? No. Ash does not have any soul in it, but the ant has the soul in it. Whether the body is non-living, but it has the soul in it. So to teach the non-violence, to teach how to get rid of the violence and not go in the path of the violence, we say the embodied jeev also as the jeev as a whole. To understand the types of worldly jiva at some places, a jeev with jeev is also called as jeev. The jeev with the pudgal, the jeev with this pudgal body is also called jeev, because without that we cannot differentiate different types of jeev. They are manushya, they are dev, they are tiryanchan, they are tiryanch. How can we differentiate if we don't call the jeev with the body, the embodied jeev as a jeev? If we'll say that no, this body is also pudgal, this body is also pudgal, this body is also a jeev, then we cannot know the difference between the all jivas, and we know the difference because of their body only. The body, the difference of the body we see, that because of that only we can differentiate them. Because of that only we come to know which gati is good, which gati is not, which modification or the mode of the soul is beneficiary for us and which are not. That is why with this body also we call the whole substance as jeev only. But what we are seeing right now is pudgal. This is not jeev. We cannot see the jeev. Jeev cannot be seen by anybody because it does not have that type of attribute to be seen by the soul, to be seen by the jeev. Only pudgal can be seen by us. What are the ways to classify jeev? So on the first hand, we classify jeev into two parts, sansari and mukta. Okay, sansari means the worldly beings, the beings who lives in this world, and the mukt are the one who are not worldly, who are para-worldly, who are who have we can say destroyed their sansar. They don't live in sansar, who are free from this world, are the mukta jeev. Mukta means free, and sansari means the one who lives in the sansar. Who can give me the example of sansari jeev and mukta jeev? So very simple question. Who comes in sansari jeev and who comes in the mukta jeev? Yes. Yes, Nishtha, say.
In sansar, it would be like manushya gati, tiryansh gati, narak gati, and dev gati.
Yes.
And mukta jeev would be Siddh and just Siddh and
Just say.
like
Okay. Yes. So your sister has corrected you that only Siddha comes in Mukta. And okay, out of 5 Parmeshti, one is Mukta, that is Siddha Bhagwan, and all the other 4 Parmeshti, Arhant, Acharya, Upadhyay, and Sadhu, they are called as worldly. They are the sansari only. So the one who lives in the sansar are called sansari jeev. The one who are above this world, who have destroyed their sansar, they are called mukta jeev. Okay. Sansari are dev gati, manushya gati, tiryansh gati, and narak gati, and the mukta jeev are the Siddha Bhagwan. What are the ways to classify the Sansari Jeev? We have done this, that there are two types of Jeev, Sansari and Mukt. Now, what are the types of Sansari Jeev? If we have to differentiate them, if we have to classify those Sansari Jeev, we can classify them either in the way of 4 Gati, Manushya Gati, Dev Gati, Tiryansh Gati and Narak Gati, or here right now we are learning in the some other way, that is Tras and Sthavar. Now, what is Tras and what is Sthavar? So, okay, first of all, tell me the names of 5 sense organs. Yes, Riju.
Touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing.
Touch, taste, smell, sight, and hear. These are the 5 sense organs. 5 sense organs, because of which we come to know the things we see, we feel, we hear, we touch, we taste them, whatever we feel because of these sense organs only when we are in the sansari. Now, does every jeev have all the 5 organs? Yes, tell me. Do every jeev have all the 5 organs? No. Every jeev do not have all the 5 sense organs. Some have 1 sense organ, some have 2, some have 3, some have 4, and some have 5. And we are the one who in addition, we also have the man. What is man? Who can tell me what is man? Yes, Mahi.
It's kind of like what allows us to do logic and remember things.
Yes, we can say this, the one, it's a thing which is logical, which can differentiate between good and bad. There are many jeev in this world who do not have, they do not have the man. And because they don't have the man, they cannot differentiate what is good for them and what is bad for them. They cannot think. That thinking process happens in the man. And they cannot think. They cannot, what the word I should say. In Hindi, we call it, they cannot, thinking only will come. That they cannot think if there is an ant. And it cannot think that there is water and I should not go there. I will die. Why? Because it does not have the man. We know this, that if I'll go at that dangerous place, it will harm me. But those jeev who do not have man, they do not know this, that what is harmful for them and what is beneficiary for them. That is why the one who have the man only can understand the Jinwani. Because in Jinwani, we have this thing that what is good and bad, and we can understand it, we can think about it, we can meditate about it. And those living beings who do not have the man, they cannot do this. So we have the 5 sense organs also and the man also. Now, what are Tras and Sthavar? The jeev who have only 1 sense organ. Which one? The touch one. Okay? The one who have only the 1 sense organ, they are called Sthavar. And then who have 2 or more than 2 sense organs, they are called as Tras. Now, who is going to tell me what is Sthavar and what is Tras? Yes, Yashvi? Or, okay, I think you are Swasti.
Yeah. Tras is having more than 1 sense organs, and Sthavar would be only having 1 sense organ, which would
yes,
be
the one who have only 1 sense organ, they are called Sthavar, and who have more than 1 sense organ, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with man, they are called as Tras. So Dev, Manushya, Tiryansh, and Narak Gati they all comes in thrust because they have more than one sense organ. And who comes in sthavar? So there are 5 things which comes in sthavar, that is Prithvi, which is also known as land or earth. Agni means fire, Vanaspati means plants, Vayu means air, and Jal means water. So these are the 5 things which comes in sthavar. In Hindi, we say Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, and Vanaspati. Okay? Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, and Vanaspati. Earth, fire, plants, air, and water. We cannot imagine this, or we do not think about this, that they also have the Chetana in them. Do you know this, that fire is also a Jeev? Do we, do we think about this whenever we work, whenever we cook? Again and again, we are lighting the cookware, and then we are doing it off and on and off and on. We are burning the candle, and then lighting it off. We are burning the matchstick, and then lighting it off. All these things are comes in violence. Why? Because fire itself is also a Jeev. We are wasting the water. When we are wasting the water and throwing the water unnecessarily, do we think about this, that this jal, this water is also Jeev? No, it does not come into our mind, but actually water is also Jeev. This air, it's not like this, that there are Jeev in the air. Yes, there are Jeev in the air, but air itself is also the Jeev. All the Vanaspati means the plants are the Jeev, fire is the Jeev, Jal is the Jeev, this land, this earth on which we are sitting, we are walking, we are standing, is also the Jeev, but we do not think about this while harming the earth, while harming the water, wasting the water, while lighting on and off the fire. We don't care about this, that these are also the Jeev. So how Prithvi, Agni, Vanaspati, Vayu, and Jal, they are also the Jeev. They have only one sense organ, that is the touch. What more identification of the Jeev are there? We are going to learn them in the next class. We are done with the time today, and you have to revise it again. I'll ask you some questions in the starting of the class, and then we will continue the class with the same chapter. Okay, so do you have, anybody has any question, query, doubts, anything? Anybody wants to ask something? Okay, then, so we can finish the class at this point. Let's recite Namukar mantra together, and we'll end the meeting. Ramo arhantanam, Namo Siddharam, Namo Ayariyaram, Namo Vachayanam, Namo Loi Savvasahuram. Jai Chinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Chinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Bye.